That's cool. So where have you come from, Nathan?
Surrey near Canterbury, from quite a distance.
Yeah. So you didn't have any issues getting here then
No,
with the traffic
it's
and stuff?
It wasn't too bad.
Okay. What I'd like you to do for safety reasons, first of all, is obviously this is an automatic, so please completely ignore your left leg for this moment in time. Alright? All your control is going to be done with your right foot. Down below there, you'll see you've got quite a high accelerator pedal, and you've also got a brake pedal which is quite pronounced, it's further to you. So with the engine running, I'd like you just to give it a little rev and then do an emergency stop with it. The brake again. Do it again. So you're just getting used to the lift difference. To press the brake, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you feel alright with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you've already set your seat. If anything, just put your finger under that top little lip thing and just push that up. That's lovely. And that's just tied up the head restraint a little bit, just so that you've got proper protection there.
Yeah.
Your seat belt's good around you, it's not twisted. That's excellent. Put both hands on your steering for me. You've got a nice curve. Does that feel too close, too far away? Happy?
Right, so probably a bit close. But...
Yeah, so you can adjust whatever you wish. Push it that way, and it'll go wherever you want it to go. How's that feel? If it feels too low, just raise it up.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah? Does that feel more comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay, the gearbox itself, you've got 7 forward gears, which is fully automatic. Obviously, your brake will be on eventually, and this will become your gear lever.
Right.
If you just sort of move it to your right and then gently pull it back, it'll click in through the gate system.
Right, yeah.
You have paddles on the back, left changes down, right changes up, and on this system here you've got the the C control, which is basically changes through its gears quite quickly and becomes more economical and eco-friendly. Sports and Ports Plus obviously tightens the suspension and alters the gear mapping. So we'll play with all those today. Are you happy?
Yep.
Because we're in a pedestrian area, I'm going to put the hazards on until we get clear of it. The headlights are off for safety, and we're going to make us way that direction, please, Nathan, whenever you're ready. So, foot on your foot brake, using your right foot, not your left. Yeah, and bring that into the drive mode. Straight back. That's it. Let the foot brake off, head that way for me. Now, just above your right knee, somebody's put the handbrake on, so pull that. That's great. And just head off that way. And we'll get you into the swing of it. So we're going to go down a small area first, referred to as the South Circuit. In order to get there, we turn left here and down a 30-mile-an-hour road. So the indicator's a big stick. If there are cars around you, you can use it if you want to, if you think it'll help. And we'll just get used to the character of the car. So straight down, all your right away. And pop yourself up towards 30 miles an hour with it. How's that feeling so far? It's making you smile, which is good.
Just the amount of power on my right foot is quite unusual.
You'll get the chance to play with that in a minute. At some stage through what we do today, I'll obviously start to go a little quiet. It's not because I fell out with you. It's just that in fact, the more I speak to you, it becomes my experience, and I'd like it to be yours. So once I've given you the basic safety stuff, then you're on your own with it, really. If you make the left turn here, and you're going to go left. Yeah. And then once you've turned left, you're going to go clockwise around the circuit here. And all this is for is just for you to feel the car and feel the braking pressures, which will be different to the car that you drive.
Yeah, a lot different.
So there's nobody behind you at the moment, so if you just gently feel your foot brake to a stop. Cool, and then set off again. Does that feel alright?
Yeah.
Happy days.
It's really weird not having to change gear.
Ah, it's great though.
Yeah.
It's ideal if you're in city situations or anything like that. Aim and shoot is the way forward these days. Must admit they do make you very lazy though. How's that feeling at the moment? Do you want to go around one more time just to make sure you feel comfortable? Okay.
It's a very nice sound.
Oh, you've not heard anything yet. You wait while we start it moving.
Yeah.
We're only warming her through at the minute. Clearing its throat. Do you know I've done nothing but eat today? I just had a bacon sandwich before I came down to you. Excuse me. I think that with it being cold it makes you eat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Your body says feed me.
If I work outside for you, you can see.
Okay. If you're comfortable with it, when we get round the next bit, we're going to leave at those two barriers where we came in. And we're going to make it a bit more exciting for you now. So it's left through here. Once you're through the gate, turn right. And that's back onto the 30-mile-an-hour transition road. Halfway down on your left, where that black car's just gone, you can see two blue and white traffic cones.
Yeah.
If you turn left there for me, and left again facing this direction,
Left.
you go to these cones over here.
To swing outside.
No, you'd be fine. If it was a truck or a bus, I'd say yeah, but being a car, you should get through there alright. Now park over the figure 2 on the ground for me, over there, look. See it? Facing directly down the track with your bonnet level with the two blue cones. Steer it straight. Okay. Keep your foot on your brake a minute. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten it up a little bit on the gear mapping and suspension. Now, I want you to imagine it's Saturday night,
Yeah.
there's no police around, you sat at a traffic light and you just stole it. And you're going to drive it like you stole it.
Right.
You're going to drive it as fast as you want to in a straight line until you hear me shout brake.
Yep.
I will not forget to tell you, so don't worry.
Just back onto the brake with my right foot again, same as we were doing.
Absolutely. So it'll be an emergency brake and give me the biggest emergency brake you've ever done in your life.
Yep.
So it's hard acceleration to your comfort level and brake as hard as you physically can. Alright? Just let Roger go. And the old SLS.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those. I think I went to London in the summer, saw 3 in a day. So.
Common then.
They're all on different registrations. I think only one of them's English.
Jeez. Right, you comfortable?
Yep.
Okay, go when you're ready. Hard as you can. Harder. Brake hard. Harder still. Harder. 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 Go. How did that feel?
That was.
Now naturally you're a little apprehensive with being your first one on there, so we're going to go down and do exactly the same again, but it doesn't matter what we do with the throttle today, because it's so slippy, we've got so much power, just plant your foot and keep it there for the time being. Even if we introduced nice steady acceleration, it's still spinning the wheels for us. Okay, up to the top, turn left. It's just so slippy. It's still spinning the wheels in third.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, we just down the old 30-mile-an-hour transition road for us. Yes, please. Exactly the same as what you've just done. Now the track's clear, Nathan, so if you can get yourself straight, keep the rolling motion, that'll help you. then it squeezes it away, like squeezing water from a sponge. Don't squeeze, keep squeezing, harder, 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 harder. Brake hard, harder brakes. That's the point, really. See, it helped as well, we had that little rolling motion, yeah? Cool. Up to the end then, turn left, well done. We're going to go down and park over the figure 1 this time. Now obviously the car's pulling up nice and true because we've got ABS system operational there. Stopping the wheels locking up. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually use that, the ABS system, but we're going to steer it at the same time as well. So what's your most favourite car in the world then? If you've got the money.
Well, money. That's a good one.
I asked a question to a bloke last week, park over figure 1. And you know what his answer was? He said a Ford Focus, a new one. I said, why Ford Focus? He says, the only cars really I've driven. And I liked. He says, I've never driven anything like a Porsche or a Ferrari. He says, I don't know. It's quite true, isn't it?
I'm torn between an SLS and a 458. That's
you see, SLS 458. I'm biased. Right. 3 cones ahead of you. 2 blue ones and an orange one with a top on. What I want you to do is imagine you're on a dual carriageway. We're driving down behind another vehicle, which are those cones. And then suddenly I'm going to shout, brake! I want you to brake hard like you just did. But while you're braking, I want you to steer around them so we don't hit it. So imagine it's a car that suddenly stops, yeah? Speed-wise, we're going to do 2 runs. So your first one about 40, 45, and then we'll go a bit quicker for the second one. You ready? So just build it up and I'll tell you when to brake. So a bit faster, build it up, faster, a bit more. Didn't say anything yet. Wait for me to tell you to brake. Right, so
anticipated that.
So straight round again, come on. You've got to imagine you're driving down the road and suddenly the one stops, but you don't know when he's going to stop. So I'm going to simulate that by showing it. Lots of nervous little ladies riding around today. They're all on like 16, 15-year-olds. So you're parking behind these 2. It's probably good that you've got these in front of you because you can actually see a physical demonstration of it. Line yourself up. You might get an idea what happens here with this one. Okay? So just sit tight a minute. So speed-wise, about the same as you've just done. A little more if you wanted to. But wait for me to shout brake and then react. Okay, let's go. And be really firm on that brake when you need to, yeah? Brake hard. That's it. Good drive. Now we're going to do it again, a bit faster, and I want you to be more aggressive with the full brake. The reason I want you to do that is to bring the ABS in. Okay. The ABS is pulsing at 80 beats per second at time. It's not allowing your wheel to lock, so it's giving you the ability to steer. Your car, bless it, will not see the same when you get in it, will it?
No, we will. It's a lot lower though than this Saxo.
Yes. It's got a good centre of gravity on it, with it being so low.
It's quite a lot of torque in that first bit of the gear.
Yeah.
Until you get into about fifth and the higher bit of fourth. That's when you start losing power.
Yeah.
I've just got to focus on I could have it up to about 40 and actually take me.
Okay, let's go. A bit quicker on speed this time, and more aggressive with your brakes, okay? Brake hard, harder brakes, harder. Didn't bring the ABS in again.
Didn't bring it in.
No, you're too soft with it.
Too soft.
You've got to really get it in like you did up there. If you know your pedal judders, then you know you've got there.
Yeah.
So do it one more time. Because that's a goal, really. If you're ever going to crash a car on the road, that's probably where it's going to be.
Well, my mates did that the other day. Rode his photo off.
Oh dear.
The lady pulled out in front of him and he couldn't stop.
It's not always nice, is it? Was he okay though?
Yeah, he's fine. Wrote his car off. It's great. I think he'd get a new one today. I'll ask him to see you later. So I think he's getting the same again. He's getting another 206, just 5 doors.
Yeah. Okay, it's quite clear, so you might as well go straight into it, okay? So away you go. More aggressive, okay? Up with the brakes. Brake hard, harder, harder. That's it, release, and away. So it bounces in, yeah? Okay, cool. Up to the top, turn left. Without ABS, your wheels would lock, you go in a straight line, you straight to the back of it. So front to your left.
Well, that's the fear of in the Saxo. No ABS. If anything stops you hitting anything, your right foot. Go straight back to it again.
We're going down onto the middle track now for a while. Okay, so where that bush shelter is,
Yeah.
we're going to make a right turn now onto where the white car's travelling. There is a stop line just to check that the track's clear, so if you hold there for a second. Okay, let's go. As we enter the track, you'll see that you've got solid white lines either side. They'll be very slippy today, so if you just work within that, you'll be great. So come to this apex. From this apex, allow the car to drift across towards that line. Under light acceleration, it'll come round in a nice big C shape down towards that cone with the orange cap. When you get to the cone, look through your side window to your right, turn into the line on the inside. Look through the window and you'll see the next cone, so come over to line yourself at this corner and look at the next one. See that? Yeah. This corner, you'll feel the car naturally wanting to come over to the left. Once you're in a straight line, that's when you then accelerate as hard as you want to. There's a brake board for your reference. And then to the next cone with the orange top on it. When you get there, look through the curve, point the car where you want it to go, and aim for the sign that's got the little black arrow on it, and keep to the outside edge for the time being. Until you get to the cone, look through the curve, look where you want to go, turn the car into it, click this apex here, and again now, feel the car wanting to drift, so go with it. On the light acceleration, it'll come into a big C shape. And onto that one. Back on the gas again, up to this line, onto the inside. Now, always keep control of your steering, never let it spin back through your hands. Because the higher speed you go, the more whiplash you get through the car's steering. Okay. So from that white line, you come back to this side, down to the cone with the orange top, brake straight, release, look through the curve and turn in. From there, bring the car over straight away to this left-hand side, starting to build up your speed now as you curl through. So that acceleration is starting to sit the car to the ground. Bringing it over towards your left side, start to open up the speed in a straight line. So harder and faster. Release the brakes at this point, look through, turn in towards your line, squeeze the gas pedal gently, coming over towards your left side and stay on the outer edge. A little bit more acceleration, look through the curve, turn in towards the line area. this one. A bit more power and let the car drift out towards the right side. That's it. Aim for the cone area. To the right. Up to this edge. As you come into this now, look at the point where you want to go. Down into the right corner. Click this apex. Now start to go across for me from here. Go across. That's better. Now squeeze a bit of the gas in. Comes in a big C shape look. Feel that? Brake straight. Turn in. Now from here now, start to come across to me. From there, start to curl towards that one. Keep building your speed. It's coming off nicely in a straight line hard acceleration. Brake on. A little firmer. Release the brakes. Look through the curve down to the line. Look through. Aim for the side. Stand the outside edge. All the way around the outside. Look through the bend where you want to go and turn in. Click the apex. Drift out a little bit on the light gas. To the left. To the right. Now I'm going to let you go on your own for a minute without me saying anything, otherwise it becomes my experience, not yours. Off by any cars around you, they're not allowed to overtake, and there is only one area that we can overtake safely. Around this corner, you're going to drift in your left side to let two cars pass you, yeah? So just drift in, keep it straight, keep this side, just slow down a little. There's just one silver one coming in behind you. See it?
Yeah.
Has it gone?
No, it's got you next to.
Okay, let's go. Good lad, bring it on again. I'll make sure you're alright, so don't worry. Just build up your pace a bit. too worried about your indication, steering's the most important one. Round to your right, park yourself on the wide square with the arrow facing forwards. And just come to a nice stop. Okay, now, obviously with the wet grip circle being down, we're limited what we can actually do. But what we have got in front of us, and I will put the sprays on here, is a tarmac surface with paint on it called Evertop. When we spray water onto it, it will give you the coefficient of friction of a fairly heavy frost. So we can do two things here. We can drive down in a straight line at say 30 and feel how far a car will slide and how uncontrolled it is. And then we can come down again and we can actually control it by introducing steering as well. Okay, so 30 miles an hour, drive straight down the middle, and I'll tell you when to brake.
Okay.
So you govern the speed, I'll do the braking, okay? Where you go? 30 miles an hour, straight line. Well, make sure you're up to 30. Tell me when you get there.
Now I'm 30.
Brake hard. So, as you can just appreciate there, if you were driving down, excuse me, through a town and somebody pulled out in front of you, you're going to still hit them, aren't you?
Yeah.
But you don't have to with ABS because you can brake like we just did, but we can actually steer around them, which is what we're going to do next. So if we drive down to the bottom right corner where it says stop, back up the transition road, so where you go?
Quite a lot of feel for that brake bit.
Yeah. He's talking to you quite nicely, isn't it? So you're turning right here. Excuse me. Everybody I've spoken to recently is made up with cold.
I'm sort of starting to get the slight immunity towards it.
So I'm going to turn right again where that car's going. Park yourself on the wide square again. That's one of our guys. Now what we're going to do this time is exactly the same, but we're going to keep slightly more left. We'll keep the same speed. I'll tell you when to brake and I want you to brake, and then I'll tell you to steer around him as if he's put his bonnet from the side of us. Okay?
Right,
Let's go, straight down your left.
How's the left? Head towards that left corner. On this side of it? Or?
It's fine where you are now. Just carry on down, just make sure it's 30. Now brake hard, steer around him, steer back. Release the brake, and drive. There you go. Easy?
Yeah. Traction control taking on the back end.
Good. Turn right. Good job it's there.
Yeah. Keep the spun up.
Turn left again where the barrier is. Okay. Pardon?
It's the apex.
It's alright, you're getting to the swing of it in a minute again. We're doing it in the other one soon, so.
Yeah.
it says Mercedes-Benz and then turn right. We'll find where our car is. Maybe the silver one. Let's have a look. What does it say on the old key fob? If you can reverse into there, that'd be great. Is that one ours?
Reverse.
Yep.
That one was.
One bag. Oh no, it's there. Forward. That's it. Okay, come round, turn hard. Do what? Steer your way a little bit. It's a bit deceiving, you see. Straighten it up your way more. That's it, just go backwards a little. And stop. Okay, pop it in key for a minute.